Hello everyone, it's Graham from Lakeside, and I would just like to say a big thank you first of all to everybody who commented on my last video, which was of the scooter run down to Brighton. As you saw on the video, I had a fabulous time. Well, we all had a fabulous time. It was quite an eventful day for me. So thank you to all of you who commented on that. I really do appreciate it, because I do realise that watching some old bloke on a scooter is not the prime part of the channel. It's to do with this model railways. So I haven't done anything on it on Lakeside since I've got back from Brighton last weekend. So I thought I'd better start cracking. I was going to start doing some painting on the platforms, and I thought, oh, no, I can't be asked to do that today. But what I did do, and I've been thinking about all week, is my Royal Train. Now, I haven't had that running for months and months. I gave up with it because I kept getting derailing on the coaches, etc, etc. And I just haven't touched it. And I thought, there's a lot of money sitting there, so I need to sort this out. Well, I haven't sorted that issue out yet, but I think I know what the problem is now. So I shall have a look at that over the weekend. And hopefully with the new track work, then that's going to be better as well. But in the meantime, what I do every now and again, and it is every now and again, is to make the coaches and the locos shiny. Now, the reason I do this is that normally, as you know, most people these days, they have weathered locos and rolling stock. But with the Royal Train, it's never ever dirty, for obvious reasons. Now, obviously, the underside is, because that's the part which is not cleaned much anyway. But certainly the top section is, if you look at videos, then it's always very clean and shiny. So I thought, like I did with my blue Pullman, I would set about doing the whole rake and the two locos in a shiny finish. Now, I know that I could just get some gloss spray and spray it over the whole lot, and I would have a nice shiny train. But I don't want to do that. I wanted it to be just like the blue Pullman, where I use T-cut and wax, just as I would on a vehicle, to bring back the shine, or not bring back, but make it shiny, or glossy. So that's what I'm doing. It takes a little while, I must admit, because I have to use T-cut on cotton wool buds and go over very carefully, because the lining, which is the and the lettering along here, is very fragile, especially when T-cut is used. So you can't just rub it on and away you go, because what you'll do, you'll end up rubbing off the lining and the lettering. So a little care is required for that. But what I was going to do on this video was just show you the before, the after, and literally a couple of minutes of a small area, just so you can see the difference as I'm doing it. Now, I will show you the difference now between this is one loco which is not polished, and I've got another one sitting over there which is polished. And so you get the normal matte satin finish, which is nice in its normal state, but not for the Royal Train. You'll never see the Royal Train Class 67s looking like that. So what I've done is this one, which is now cleaned, polished and waxed. Now that's glossy. And don't forget, I will be Let's try and get that in the light. There we go. The underside here, on the side, I will airbrush that and weather that down because that isn't glossy, but certainly above platform height where Her Majesty will see, then it's shiny shiny like that. So that's what I've got to do for the rest of the rake. Now I've got 3 of the coaches done, and I've got another 4 to do, well less than 4 actually, because I'm in the middle of doing the 4th one. So this one here, sorry not that one, where has it gone? I've lost it. Here it is. Again, this is one of the coaches which has not been polished and waxed. As you can see, it's still got that satin finish to it. And this one, which is identical, so it's the first and last car, this one has been waxed or cleaned first and then waxed, and you can see the gloss on it. And that's how they appear on the videos. It's not me wanting everything shiny, because I don't, but on certain trains I do, this being one of them. So this one is done and dusted. Again, I've got to do the undercarriage of this and weather all this down to make it a little bit more realistic. I don't like this horrible grey colour, but the actual upper body is done. Just wipe some dust off there, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's those 2. The one I'm doing at the moment is the sleeper, and as you can see, this side is satin, still quite flat to look at. I've just taken the bogies off, they just unclip, and this side I've done, which has been polished but not waxed. I shall do that after when I've finished, and that should come up a little bit better than that. So my next job is to do this side. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes, literally a couple of minutes, just polishing one of these larger areas here to give you an idea of how it comes up and the method I use. Now I have done this before, and I have put it up on YouTube probably about a year ago, I would think. I'm not sure, I haven't checked, I'm not sure if that is still up there. So I thought, well, as I'm doing it, I'll just, for new subscribers, I will do a short video just showing you what I'm doing and the reason why. It's not always a case of getting your airbrush out and making them dirty. I sometimes like to look at locos and go, actually, do you know what, that would look better shiny than dirty. And this is prime example. What I will do, I should probably just dirty down the roofing too a bit, because I should think the Queen would be tall enough to see the roof, and I'm sure that it's not cleaned as well as the sides. So let's give it a go. Let's move these out the way a bit. Now if this starts taking a little bit longer, I will speed it up. Let's just zoom in a bit and get the light going. So I shall be just doing this area here first. So all I do is I get a clean cotton bud, I'll get some T-cut, and I just take the lid off. Let's get that in focus. Just take the lid off. I just pour a little bit of T-cut in the lid. It just keeps it under control that way. No water, just straight T-cut onto the body. Remembering this liner here, not to go over the top too much. You can go over it, but not rub on it. Now I don't know if you can hear this. If you can hear that noise, I hope you can. Right, that noise is me there taking the paint off. Now you can see on the tip here, you can see that orangey, it's not orangey, purpley colour paint on the tip. That means it's coming off. When it goes quiet, it's going now actually a little bit, that means it's smoothing out, and the T-cut is what they call setting off. Right, there's not an awful lot of noise coming off of that now. So if I stop there and wipe it, we should see the first part of it shining up. It won't be, I know for a fact it won't be fully done yet, and it will have to be done again in a minute. So let's take the excess off. And then wipe it. Always use microfiber cloths. Oh, let's take this back off zoom. It'll probably, oh, there we go. Right, so hopefully now, hopefully you can see some orange peel on there. That kind of effect where it looks like orange peel. That's what you need to get rid of. It's shiny, but it's still got that kind of orange peel effect to it. So another dose of T-cut on that should do it. So I'm not going to do the whole coach while I'm on camera, because you'll be asleep within 2 seconds, I would have thought, if you're not already. Going up to the line in a straight fashion rather than circular. And you'll feel with the T-cut, you'll feel it setting off as well as it going quiet. Now this is a job where you want to do it when you've just got to say a spare half hour, because that's all it would take. Right, see how that goes. Focus there. Right, now that orange peel has gone down. It's not still there, but it's gone down a lot, and you've got your gloss to it as well. Do you know, I'm trying to get this in the light. Oh, there we go. Now I'm hoping that what will happen is that when I use some wax. This, by the way, is the stuff I use for my cars, everything, if I want to wax it. This is not polish. What I've just done there is polish. This is not polish, this is wax. There's a difference. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, probably one of the best products I've ever used. And I've used some very, very expensive waxes in my time on my cars, but this one, got one in there, this one is absolutely brilliant, and it's a hard wax, not a liquid. It's like that, and it's 100% carnauba wax. So a little dab on here, in fact I'll use that end. Obviously don't mix these up with teacup, so literally just wipe the wax on. I mean, you can put this stuff on with your fingers if you want. And then leave that to dry for about 30 seconds, because you need the smallest amount on there. People make the common mistake when they're putting wax on to put too much on, but you need the smallest amount. So I'll just take that first part off, like that. Ooh. Right, that is just a wipe. You saw me just wipe that. Let's bring that into focus again. I haven't actually polished it as such, I've just wiped the excess off. But already I can see it. Right, now I've done this very quickly and it still needs more work, but hopefully, if I do it there, hopefully you can see the difference between the satin and the gloss. And what really happens is the colour pops out at you. So if I turn it, very difficult, there we go. If I turn it, you can see the difference in the colour. How much richer it looks. Now can you see those lines there? The sort of blobs? They have got to go, and they will go. So there you go, a very, very quick demo of how I'm going to make this glossy. Not everybody's cup of tea, I know, and it's not mine, to be honest with you. It's just something which I like to do on certain rakes of coaches and indeed some locos. Very few, to be honest, but the ones I've got do need them. And the Blue Pullman is, as I say, harping back to that, watching the videos of Blue Pullman, you know, they were 99% of the time glossy, clean and shiny, because of the people boarding them demanded that. They would not have spent all that money getting onto a dirty train. Not in those days, and it's probably not in this day and age either. So there are times when it's right to make them shiny. Not often, but every now and again. So I hope you enjoyed that anyway, and you will see this set running on Lakeside 2, maybe 3 weeks time. I've got something planned, so look out for that, and hopefully you will see some nice shiny trains running. Okay, I think that's about it for now. Thank you all once again for your contributions to that last video I did of the scooter. It really don't know how much I appreciate all that. I know it must have been a pain, I was going to say, in the whatever, for some, but so I do appreciate all your comments on that. Thanks for your kind support and comments, and I will speak to you again soon. Hopefully next time will be where I am building the platforms up. I've got to take those all off and paint the sides at the moment and weather them, which I don't really want to do today because it is a glorious day out there and I want to be outside. So bye for now, and I will speak to you again soon. So bye. Have a great weekend.